Baby, what up, gang? What up, squad? It's your boy, Are You Serious? The realest, the coolest, the trillest young king on a YouTube platform as we speak. What I'm gonna need from y'all today is go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that like button, and let's keep running up these views, okay? Like I said on the last video, views been kind of low, bruh. I know it ain't me. Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro. I'm pushing out good content, consistent content, and I know y'all like what you see. So what y'all can do for me is share my channel to any and everybody, your grandmas, your uncles, your aunties, everybody. Share my channel so I can get my name out there. The algorithm don't lie. The algorithm will tell you everything you need to know. I need to be in the algorithm so people can see what I can do. Alright? Let's do it together. We're a team, we're a squad. Let's go. Anyway, man, so I got something special on the table. So maybe a couple years ago, I heard about this little boy that got murdered in New York. And the whole story was just sad. So I'm not going to get into it too much. I'm going to let y'all hear it right now. It's another video from Anna Solves, just like the last video I did. She got some good content on there. I know I said I wasn't going to react to sad stuff, but she got some good stuff on there that I feel like y'all might need to hear. You know what I'm saying? If y'all in a bad relationship or whatever the case may be, signs, red flags, all that good stuff. So if y'all want to see more from her, me react to more from her, comment down below and let me know, okay? Other than that, let's go ahead and jump right into this video.
Many of those who choose to take the life of another always claim they have a reason to do so, whether it be self-defense or to cash in on a life insurance policy. The case we're looking at today isn't like that. Lisandro Guzman Feliz was just a teen when his life was violently robbed from him by a notorious gang in the Bronx. Why? They thought he was someone else, a case of mistaken identity. Let's dive in. Lisandro was known as Junior by his friends and neighbors and was by all accounts a sweet kid. Born November 11th, 2002, he was raised in the Bronx by his mom Leandra and his dad Lisandro, both of whom were Dominican. He also had an older sister called Genesis and a brother called Manuel. Growing up, Junior wanted to be a detective and took his ambition pretty seriously. He was even a part of the NYPD Explorers program, which gives teens a head start in learning to become officers and detectives. He also loved baseball, and his favorite team was the New York Yankees. So what happened to put this seemingly normal teen in the firing line? Well, unfortunately, the neighborhood that Junior grew up in had a long history of gang-related issues. One of the most notorious gangs was the Trinarios. The Trinarios was founded in 1993 by two Hispanic inmates at Rikers Island. They gained so much notoriety on the inside that they spread onto the streets of New York and New Jersey, establishing themselves as one of the most organized and aggressive gangs on the East Coast. Although he wasn't a member of the gang, Junior knew a couple of the people who were, and sometimes hung out in their well-known gathering spots. That was what led to the unfortunate events that took place on June 20th, 2018. Just after 10 p.m., Junior told his mom that he was going to hang out with a friend for a little while down the street. The two met up just a couple blocks away and hung out on the curb for a while, talking and listening to music. At around 11:30, he decided to leave and started heading in the direction of his home, but kept going, heading towards Adams Place, a street known as a hot spot for the Trianados activity. He texted a friend who was already there, who told him not to come as it was late, and it might not be safe for them to hang out there. As this happened, 4 cars slowly pulled up along the street, and everyone hanging out there quickly went inside to avoid confrontation. However, as the cars passed the area, they crossed paths with Junior and started yelling at him from their vehicles. Scared and confused, Junior started running from the cars at first like he was running home, but then took a detour and ran into a nearby bodega for refuge. Footage from the bodega's surveillance cameras captured the next few horrifying minutes. Junior was seen running into the store and trying to hide behind the counter, aware that the gang was hot on his heels. However, the owner tried to stop him from getting behind the counter, understandably confused and concerned by the situation. As he got behind the counter, one of the men in the cars came into the store and saw Junior attempting to hide. He called in the rest of his assailants and they all rushed in, beating Junior before dragging him outside. There's more footage of what happened outside the bodega, but honestly, and I mean this truly, it's some of the most disturbing footage I've ever seen. Pretty much
when she's saying this shit, bro, she's not lying. Like I said, I seen this back then, back in 2018, bro. And I'm trying not to shed some tears. If I do shed tears, guys, I apologize. Like I said, I be really feeling this shit, bro. Like, Never been a part of it. Pray to God I don't ever have to be a part of it. But y'all seen his face? Y'all seen his face when they were pulling him out? He was trying to hide in the bodega and the guy kicked him out, which is whatever, right? But I feel like he probably thought they was horse playing. If he probably knew the guy was in trouble, I don't know if he would have ever like let him go. I'm pretty sure he got a gun back there or something. But for one, he don't want trouble, and for two, he didn't know if they were horse playing or what. But anyway, I seen his dead body. It was circulating around that time. I seen his dead body, and it's like he go from being he's scared, freaking, just you can see it, look at his face, and then the end result was him dead, laying in a hospital bed, his mom crying over his body. Put yourself in his shoes, bro. That's what I'm saying. I try not to do it, but I do it. Put yourself in his shoes at the time, what he was feeling like when they was trying to do this to him. He didn't do nothing wrong. Him knowing he didn't do nothing wrong, they think he did, whatever. Him knowing he didn't do nothing wrong, and he went to a grown man for help, and he got turned away. He's a little boy. A little boy. That's what a little boy's supposed to do. They're supposed to go to grown men for help. And he got turned away, and he lost his life. And that's why that man's store got shut down. That's a whole nother story. Let's try to finish this. Like I said, if I shed a few tears, it's all good. Men cry too.
All you need to know is that at least 5 of the gang members had blades, and they used them in their attack on Junior. The injury that ended his life was a stab wound to the neck, but it didn't kill him straight away. Somehow, after that horrifying attack, he managed to stumble back into the bodega and ask the owner for help. However, instead of helping the injured teen, the owner sent him away, and that's a decision he says he regrets to this day. After being made to leave the store, Junior mentioned to someone across the street to call the cops before taking off and running towards a nearby hospital, St. Barnabas. By the time he got there, it was obvious he was fading fast, and cell phone footage captured the teen collapsing on the steps of the hospital. He was recognized by others in the area who tried to help and comfort him as he passed away from blood loss. The person filming also captured 2 police officers who literally stood to the side and did nothing for Junior. The officers were later placed under investigation for their actions, or lack thereof. The worst part about this is that even though he was injured so many times, it was just the injury to his neck that contributed to his passing. Also, if someone had provided medical attention soon and he hadn't been made to run to the hospital, it's possible he would have survived, according to the medical examiner who did his autopsy. So, what happened next? Well, pretty much as soon as the news of Junior's murder started to spread, the gang responsible knew they were in trouble. The leader of the gang texted Genesis's boyfriend, Derek Grulin, and apologized for what happened to Junior. He claimed that Junior had been a case of mistaken identity, and a hit had been ordered on a guy that unfortunately looked just like him. According to reports, the alleged target had a leaked, explicit video that he had made with a woman related to one of the gang members, and the disrespect was enough to put a target on his head. In response to the situation, the leader claimed he kicked all the men involved in Junior's murder out of the gang and apologized to his family. I mean, that's great and all, but maybe just don't kill people and stuff like this would never happen in the first place. The hashtag Justice for Junior was created, and that helped lead the police to their wanted killers. Footage of the attack was posted online, and people were quick to send their tips to the police, who were able to arrest the wanted man in just a few days. In total, 14 people were arrested in connection to the case. 14! Can you believe that? What a crazy number of people. Although it's important to note that not all of these people were accused of killing Junior. Some of them may have been in cars while this was taking place, and others may have known this was going to happen. 5 of those men were found guilty of first-degree homicide. The man who delivered the killing blow, Jonieki Martinez Estrella, was sentenced to life behind bars without the possibility of parole. 4 others were sentenced to at least 20 years behind bars and were all incarcerated on Rikers Island. According to the reports, the 4 men were so hated by other inmates that they had to be isolated for their own protection. In December 2018, the youngest of the gang to be convicted, Manuel Rivera, was actually attacked by another inmate, but survived the ordeal. Junior's funeral was attended by thousands of people, including celebrities who wanted to pay their respects, like Cardi B, who also donated $8,000 to a GoFundMe account helped to set up the family. Some of those in attendance also wore Yankees jerseys, as they were Junior's favorite baseball team. Hundreds of members of the NYPD were also in attendance, and to honor Junior's memory, they created a scholarship in his name. Although this didn't bring about the end of gang violence, it definitely brought the issue to the forefront of discussions. The public wasn't just outraged by the actions of the gang, but those who witnessed the attack too, and how they didn't do enough to help Junior when his life could have been saved. As well as the two cops who stood by as Junior lay bleeding outside the hospital, the owner of the bodega got a lot of backlash from the community too. He was criticized for not doing more to keep the gang away from Junior when they came for him, and for turning him away when he clearly needed medical attention. A mural in memory of Junior was created outside the bodega, and there were calls for the owner to close his business. During the case, the owner's mom actually passed away too from a heart attack after seeing the footage of what happened that night. Things got so bad, the owner even considered harming himself, but has since sought psychological help. As for Junior's family, things have obviously been awful for them as they've tried to recover from the loss of their son and brother. His mom, Leandra, has become an advocate for ending violent acts. In 2019, she endorsed Junior's Law, which would provide business owners with panic buttons that the state would pay for. These buttons would make it easy for shopkeepers, especially, to alert the police if they're in need of help, and she believes if the bodega owner had had one, Junior would have survived that night.
They killed my son, but now we have to protect our future kids.
It's so amazing that despite the loss she's suffered, Junior's mom is fighting to change the world so that no more mothers have to go through what she did. That brings us to the end of today's video. What do you think of this case? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below.
My bad, guys. Oh man, a few things and I'll let y'all go, man. I ain't trying to, bother y'all. Y'all saw him laying in that bed. He was dead, bro. He was dead. He went through all that. And you know what really fucked me up? Is when they said he had made it to the hospital and he just couldn't move, he couldn't do it no more. And they comforted him while he passed away, bro. Just think about that shit, bro. He just scared little boy. 15, 16, what were you doing at 15 and 16? I don't give a fuck how hard you think you were. You ain't nothing compared to a grown man, still. And those were grown men that did that to that little boy, B. Even if that was the right boy. Do you think he deserved to die for laying with a girl? No. And what's crazy is them niggas was running around with no mask on. They done that before. Like, if you're gonna commit any crime, you would want to cover your face, your hand. They was running around normal, knowing there's cameras everywhere. It was 2018 at the time. Cameras everywhere. They was gonna get caught regardless. Well, they was gonna tell them when they got caught, oh yeah, he slept with homegirl, so he deserved it. Man, R.I.P. Junior, bro. R.I.P. Junior. This hurt my heart, bro. 4 years later, still to this day, it feels like the first time watching this shit, bro. This ain't my first time. I done seen this shit about 20, 30 times. Because for some reason, it just didn't sit right with me, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's the end of that video, man. Next video, I promise I'm gonna have some, some good feeling. You know what I'm saying? Make you feel good. Put a laugh on a smile on your face. Because this shit here, bro, this shit will make you cry. And then, bro, what's really fucked up? I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep holding y'all up. But the dude from the bodega, his mama passed away from seeing her son push a little boy away and watch him and let him get murdered. That little boy, can you once again put yourself in his shoes? Stabbed up, stabbed in the neck, stabbed up. He called the ambulance. He ran to the hospital. That boy wanted to live. That little boy wanted to live. He had so much to live for. He wanted to live. He didn't want to die. He didn't want to die. He wanted to live. And for that, I live for the people that can't live. I live for the people that got robbed of their life. That's who I live for. And you can say whatever you want about me. That's what I live for. When I wake up and I laugh and I smile, I live for the people that got cheated out of life, bruh. And that's no cap. I live for the people that got cheated out of life. My daddy got cheated out of life. Granted, he wasn't in the best health. One day he was here, the next day he was gone. He got cheated. He got cheated. That girl on the last video got cheated. I live for them. I smile for them. No matter how bad it gets, no matter how bad this YouTube shit get. And it gets stressful because I feel like I should be way further than I am. I put in the work, I put in the time. But it's cool because I'm still alive and I'm still able to give y'all the content. I still have time to put in. This is for the people that don't. And we gonna live for them. Every day, just take a deep breath. Embrace this life. Because you never know when it could be whatever. I don't even like thinking like that. I don't even talk like that. It's only positivity over here. But just be grateful for waking up in the morning. Be grateful for being able to watch this video. And just be grateful to be able to have breath in your lungs, okay? I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm sorry. I'm getting all razzle-dazzle, you feel me, you know. But it's a sensitive subject. But anyway, man, comment down below what else y'all want to see me react to. I'm showing y'all a little bit more sensitive side of Are You Furious, you know. Normally I'll be lit, turned up, dancing, but I got a sensitive side too, okay? I want y'all to understand that all men do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't afraid neither. Come call me a bitch, call me what you want. Can't whoop me though. So that's all that matters. I'll holler at y'all next time. This bitch.